on the side, but instead of soldered connections, it has compression connections. And the way that they work is there are nuts and ferrules. These are brass rings.
Oh, yeah.
This goes onto the pipe. The ferrule goes onto the outside of the copper pipe, and the pipe fits right down into the valve. Now, as this nut is tightened up onto those threads, this nut actually compresses that ferrule right down onto the copper pipe tight.
So it's the ferrule that's creating a watertight seal.
Exactly. Why don't you just take the emery cloth and just clean as close as you can to the valve.
Okay.
It's a lot easier before we cut it. All right, that should do it, I think. Now, to cut the old valve out, if I were to use a tubing cutter, the closest I could get this blade would be about a ½ an inch away, right about here and right about here. And when I cut it, it would be too wide for the new valve, this opening. So the best way to do it is to take a mini hacksaw and to cut it as close as possible to the old valve. That's one. You get the other one.
Okay.
As flush as you can and as square as you can. Time for the
There
new
we
valve.
go. All right.
Okay. Now, on this valve, there is a correct way to install it. This is a service valve that has an arrow on it to tell you which way the water should flow. This is the upstream side where the water meter is.
Yep.
And on this side is the fixture or device. If you install it correctly, it'll allow this drain cap to drain the water out so that you can work on the fixture. Okay?
I got it.
Now, there's also a bunch of ways you can install this valve in this orientation. But the way I like to do it is to leave the stem facing straight up. All right, so now let's start. Put that on. All right, Clint, just grab this crescent wrench, the adjustable open end, and you're going to go clockwise that way. And I'm going to hold back. Wait for me to go. All right, now go.
How tight?
Keep going, keep going.
Right. Can I over tighten it?
You can, and you can split it, but it's pretty hard to do.
Okay.
Okay, hold that.
That's pretty good.
Hold that. Okay, now we're going to reverse. Okay. I gotta reverse here, so it's, go ahead.
All set?
Go, yeah. All right. Is that it?
We got it. Okay.
All right. Now you notice that I was holding these pipes so they were all the way into the valve because I want the ferrules to make a nice tight seal.